a man. That's who you are.
Man, are you serious?
And this is the woman I thought I would marry.
So why are you here
Because I just wanted to look at you and say you're a scumbag.
You are nothing. You ain't got going.
I made you.
What do you got going for yourself?
Everything.
Don't make me pull your fucking card.
You
are
come.
You are
you
nothing.
Still
Get
come.
the out of my motherfucking face.
Yo, no. Why would you rip my shirt like that?
We'll be back in the morning when the sun starts to rise. So mama, don't stress your mind. So mama, don't stress.
Goes to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into my channel. It's your girl Nesha here, back in the cut once again. Today we are going to review Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. This is season 8, episode 14. Y'all, please forgive me if the quality is worse than what it has been. The reason why is because I'm going to record on my laptop as opposed to my phone because it needs to be charged, all right? We're going to go ahead and get this review out the way. Now, we're going to start this thing off at the trampoline part, and we are there with Kirk, Rasheeda, Stevie J. I mean, a lot of people were there, pretty much the main cast, they were all there, and they're talking about Kirk's baby mom and how she's all on IG throwing shade. This is what the post said. I'm not too fond on my mothering skills being put into question by those who aren't even really in the picture besides when it's time to film or when it's convenient for you. If you're that concerned about him being potty trained, where he's at, etc., you think they would be trying to put in some time and effort to help me as a first-time mom. Instead, he hasn't been over there since before Christmas. They live right around the corner from me. Right after that scene, I was asked what time they can drop him back off. So homegirl was basically like, look, y'all not going to be sitting here trying to question my mothering skills, and you're not going to be sitting here acting like y'all that involved in his life, and y'all really are not. You know, I really don't like those type of people. They only put on for the camera, okay? And so basically everybody agrees that Rasheeda needs to have some sort of line of communication, her and Kirk. They both need to get, you know, with Jasmine, sit down, have the conversation, see exactly where Jasmine is in her parents and see where they can assist, as Kirk should be, about Jock and his hairstylist. What's her name? Or she's actually the co-owner of the shop. I think it's called Salon. And so her name is Sharonda. And so basically he's complaining to everyone, saying that basically she's overprotective, she's doing too damn much, and he just doesn't know how he's going to deal with her because she's doing too much. And so he asks Shekinah to come over and assist him, you know, kind of like, look at how everything is, tell me if there's something that we can do different, because I'm so tired of her running off my stylist. She's running off the customers, okay? She does not have good customer service skills. She is not easy to work with. What can you do? You've been in the business about 9 years, Shekinah. How can you help me? Shekinah agrees that she's going to go ahead and go over there and see what she can do or whatever. And so we also talk about the fact that Jock wants to propose to Kendra, and Shekinah, she approves of it. She says, look, baby got back, you know what I mean? She got a career. She's being a woman about her. She's not allowing people to get her out of character. I really think that you need to wife that thing before somebody else does. He's a little bit nervous, but he's going to make it happen. All right, so now we are with Mimi, Karlie, and Sierra, and we're sitting around helping Karlie with her sexology exam. She's actually doing like a little practice, and I think they got some little flashcards or whatever, and they're just trying to help her out. Some of the topics we talk about is Mo City. I don't know why I want to call it Mo City, but Arkansas Mo, how controlling he is, and Karlie is a little bit tired of it, but she doesn't know how to control the situation. Like, she doesn't know, she wants to be married, she wants the fairy tale wedding, but she doesn't really know how to explain to him, look, you're doing too much. I don't know how we're going to get to the marriage. How we gonna get to the nuptials if you are not even allowing me to, you know, be myself, get out there. You giving me curfews, and I don't really know how I can handle it. So she's getting advice from the ladies, and they're basically telling her she needs to nip that thing in the bud. About Sierra and BK and how they're over again, okay? And we talk about the fact that she has the dog that he had gave her, or either that they had together, and she's not giving him that dog back. We talk about Trinidad. We talk about Pooh and her shenanigans, and how Karlie is very excited to, you know, do this lie detector test. I want the truth to be out there. I want people to know what type of person that Pooh is. And so those are some of the things that they talked about. What I think about it, y'all already know, so I'm not going to even repeat myself on that. Regarding this Sierra and BK situation, I'm about tired of them. Like I said, they are over again. So really, who cares at this point? And regarding Karlie, she tells us that she used to mess with Scrap, and Scrap not only messed with Karlie but also messed with Tommy. So I'm like, Scrap, you got that community deal, okay? You done been around the block in these love and hip hop streets. I swear y'all all messing with each other. Karlie is saying that she's going to go ahead and see Dr. Jeff, the therapist, and see if he's able to kind of help guide them before they go ahead and get married, because, you know, she just trying to find her way. She wants to be with the man. This is what she wants, but she does not want the controlling behavior that he is displaying. Okay, she doesn't want any of that. She also told us that she tired of seeing them four walls. I'm like, Karlie, see, the thing with Karlie that I think is the issue, she's so used to being out of control, doing her own thing, that when it comes to the fact that the man is like, look, no, I don't want you doing all of that. Not saying it's a good thing that he's like that, but I'm just saying for her it's kind of like a shock, and she's like, wait, hold up, I can't do what I want. And so she's trying to adjust to that. It's like she's no longer in control like she used to, and I think that's where she's struggling. Jock, he goes over to the salon, and when he goes to the salon, the customers are all annoyed. They're sitting around talking about they've been sitting there forever. Sharonda is basically telling them they need to wait, and that she does agree that she overbooked. She knows that it's wrong, but whatever, they can wait. She talks about the fact that they basically, again, we don't really have staff here, and it's all because of her, but she refuses to be accountable for what she done did wrong. And, you know, I just felt like the customer service was horrible. Yeah, they put it up on 10 for the reality show. You know, I don't think it's that bad, but the fact that she was just completely rude to the customers, I was like, how the hell y'all even in business? So we go over to Karlie. She's sitting around at some place called Madre and Mason. And basically she's trying to study for her sexology exam that she has coming up. But she can't do that in peace because, honey, that thing kept ringing and ringing and texting. And all of this was from her future hubby. And it was annoying her. She could not focus. And then instead of her returning his call back, she decides to get on her phone and to call up Dr. Jeff, and she decides that it's time for them to go ahead and schedule this appointment because she is tired of him being controlling. I admit it's team too damn much, but as long as she told him where she was going, and, you know, I felt like that should have sufficed. I don't understand why he keep blowing up her phone every 5 to 10 minutes. It was very annoying to watch. She's seeing it for what it is. She's trying to get the help right now, and you know, I commend her for that. I don't know, have she got married yet? Y'all let me know. Moving on to BK Brasco. He shows up to Sierra's house, and he comes there because his excuse is that he misses the dog. And so, you know, he knocks on the door, and she's not very receptive to him. She tells him that she's going to keep the dog. She don't care how he feel about it. Then he decides to take it upon himself because he feels like he's been disrespected. So then he calls her a scumbag. According to the Urban Dictionary, scumbag is a word commonly used to describe those who are low life and have no realistic goals with their lives. Often used to describe those who are criminally inclined, enjoy bullying others for the pleasure and entertainment, think that they are champagne in a tall glass when they're lukewarm piss, in a cup and act like they are the village, blah, 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 blah. So basically I said that to say, I don't believe Sierra is a scumbag, okay? She actually has a business going on for herself. She secured her spot on Love and Hip Hop. She is securing the bag. If anything, sir, if we're going to name call, let's call you the bed swerver. How about that? And if you don't know what that is, Mr. BK, bed swerver is one that is false to the bed, one that ranges or swerves from one bed to the other, boo. That is what you are. So the fact that you called her a scumbag, I don't blame her for trying to knock your dang head off, because I would have done the same damn thing. Okay, seriously? How did the nerve of you coming to my house and calling me a scumbag because you felt like you're disrespected? Well, sir, guess what? You didn't have to come over there. You cheated on her, and you're kind of a bit in your feelings because you found out that what was good for the goose is good for the gander. Is that the saying? Anyway, you found out that she was doing the same thing that you did and you felt disrespected. You're all in your feelings because she done decided to do the same thing that you did, but not saying that two wrongs make a right, but you can't be in your feelings like that, sir. The fact that you're trying to insinuate that she's a whore and all of this other type of stuff, saying that she doesn't have any life goals, like seriously, dude? Because you didn't have your 5 minutes on Love and Hip Hop anytime recently, you decides to go ahead and knock on this girl's door and call her a scumbag. Yo, I was offended. I wanted to DM Sierra and be like, look, you should have knocked shit out of his ass. So then we go over to the guys. They're out in the woods somewhere, child. I don't know what they're doing. But anyway, they talk about Sierra. They talk about Tommy. They talk about the fact that Scrap has banged or will bang all of them. And oh, not to forget Karlie, okay? And he's basically saying, no, it's not like that. We just cool. Back over to the salon. We're at Salon Echelon with Shekinah now. Shekinah done rolled up, you know what I mean? And she's there on a mission to see what the hell is the issue. I've been running the shop like 9 years. I'm trying to figure out why the hell y'all can't manage, okay? And it's two of y'all. What's the real deal? And so when she gets there, she realizes that, oh my gosh, this girl is rude. She don't know how to talk to people. She got people standing here or actually sitting here just waiting on her. So Shekinah comes in and she immediately gets to work. She's asking, where the hell is the receptionist? Sharonda tells her, you know what, you could be the receptionist because you're a bit out of line coming here trying to tell me what to do. And so, you know what I mean, we have that. Of course, Sharonda acting a little hard or whatever, and Shekinah trying to figure out what the hell the issue is. Eventually, Sharonda says she's going to lunch. She leaves customers there and all, just up and go to lunch. I was like, see, this is why y'all ass can't secure nobody in that doggone shop. Not to be surprised that they have a high turnover rate. I was like, are you serious right now? Are we really questioning the fact that you can't keep people? Seriously. So Shekinah is just pissed off. So she ends up calling Young Jock because she's like, look here, Jacel, like, I don't know how you do it. I don't know, like, this is a challenge for me. I'm trying to be here. I'm trying to be a friend, but this girl is pushing my buttons. So then he, you know, talks her into at least talk to her, see where her brain is, you know, see if you can help us because, you know, I promise I got you when I get back. I promise I got you, but I'm trying to save my salon. What is going on? And the thing is, he's not struggling because he can't secure people or he can't get the customers. He's struggling because he got a sorry ass owner, co-owner. Okay, she don't know customer service. Her patience is very little. She probably can do hair, but if you don't have the customer service skills to go with that, the patience to deal with those customers, and the ability to just let shit slide and just go on with the flow because the customer is always right. If you don't have those qualities, then you're not going to be in business too long. At least you're not going to be a co-owner too long. So then Young Jock calls Sharonda and says, look, where are you? She's like, yeah, I'm gone. I'm on lunch. Why every time you call me, it has to be on something negative? I'm like, boo, but you're full of negative. If you would be doing your job, you wouldn't have to worry about him calling you on some negative tip. But anyway, she don't want to be bothered. She ain't trying to hear what he's saying. And so he really didn't get anywhere. My problem is she's acting like she's the girlfriend. Like, seriously, boo, you were not the gal. You were only the co-owner, okay? You're supposed to be there doing your job, doing what got you into a partnership with him in the first place. You're supposed to be doing those things, not over here trying to act like, you know, a scorned girlfriend. I was a little bit turned off by that. But side note, why the hell does she look like a baby mama D? I promise that girl look like Mama D, y'all. If I'm wrong, comment down below and tell me what y'all think. But I really think she favors Mama D. So then now we're back at the shop with Shekinah, Joe, and Sharonda. And basically Shekinah is like, okay, I agree to talk to her. What is your issue? Why is it that you're not able to, run this shop and take care of these customers? Why is there a high turnover rate? What is the real issue here? And she starts to open up to Shekinah, and she's telling her about how I don't like the way he disrespects his girl because he's always talking to these other females or whatever, or the stylists that actually work there. He's always talking to the stylists and doing things that are not, that a man in a relationship should be doing. And so this is why she says she acts the way she do. But I refuse to believe that. I think it's really that she wants to be one of those girls that he is showing that extra attention to. Not that I am praising him for doing that, or not that I'm saying that he was, right or wrong. I'm just saying, you just seem like you're a little bit jelly to me. Back with the guys over in the woods somewhere, child, and they're talking about Kirk is taking a selfie because he wants to send this over to Rasheeda, okay? And then we also get on the topic of Jasmine and how Jasmine is, Rasheeda is going to meet Jasmine, and then the guys were like, hold up, wait, CJ, like, look, I told you to go with her, like y'all as a collective, as an item, y'all supposed to go together and talk with Jasmine, not just Rasheeda go by herself. He's like, nah, it's cool. She wanted to go talk to her. It's cool. So then we fast over to the shop. Well, actually, they're at the Frost Bar and Grill, not the shop. And so we're over there, and you see Rasheeda with Kelsey. And then next thing you know, Jasmine comes. She's knocking on the door. They let her in. Jasmine starts to talk about the fact that she feels that Rasheeda shouldn't come for her parenting, that she is a new mom. If anything, y'all need to be helping me. I agree. Then we also get on the topic of talking about how Kirk is making Rasheeda look like the bad guy because he always blames everything on Rasheeda. Oh, Rasheeda is the reason why we want to know why he's not potty trained. Rasheeda is the reason why blah, 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 blah. And she's like, I don't like that, and it makes me look at you in a certain type of way. And so Rasheeda's like, okay, well, I didn't know he was doing that, but this is something that we can talk about. And so they have the adult conversation. And even though Jasmine looked like she was scared out of her wits, she talked to Rasheeda. They agree that they're going to move forward, try to do better, blase, blase. Even though a lot of people are saying that this isn't really his child in the first place. This is just a storyline, y'all. We have to remember this is a reality TV world, okay? And we just got to play the game. If we're going to watch the show, we got to be, we got to stay entertained. So we have to just go with the flow. We all know this is just for reality TV. This is just entertainment, okay? I don't want to say reality TV. This is just entertainment. And so we're just going to go with the flow. So now we're back with the guys. We're in the woods somewhere, child. And so they're basically talking about Sierra and how she done got on her live and literally went off. She talking about men and how they treat women and all this other type of stuff. We know why she's going off because of what BK came over there and did. He literally called the girl a scumbag. I mean, I think that's worse than calling her the B word, okay? And so everybody's like, okay, this your chance, it's your chance. He's like, no, we cool, you know what I mean? It's not like that, really, Scrap. You just waiting on her to just say, okay, yeah, you got it, you can have it, and then you gonna go for it. You trying to play it cool, but we all understand who you are. We get it, okay? I love the fact that Scrap had on that Nipsey, that Long Live Nipsey shirt. I was like, okay, represent. I like that. Go over to Dr. Jeff with Karlie and Mo. They're doing this premarital counseling. She talks about how he's controlling. She has that 2 a.m. curfew that he tells her he doesn't give a F what she thinks. She says that she's scared of him. She tries to talk to him. He will not accept it. He will not understand where she's coming from. And just like I said, basically calling everything that she says BS. And he admits, my tone can get a little bit high. So you can basically tell that he maybe, I don't know if it'll be a stretch to say maybe verbally abusive to her. She was very emotional. She started crying. Dr. Jeff asked him, are you abusive? He really couldn't understand that. My thing is, he really didn't want to say something. It was almost like he was pissed that she has me here. I don't feel like I did anything wrong, really. This is a waste of my time. Let's go ahead and get prepared for this wedding, okay? But she's all in her feelings, and he's like, look, I'm disconnected here. I don't understand it. He thinks that his problems are minor compared to what other people have, and then a doctor reminds him, no, it may be minor to you, but it's not minor to her. He gets upset. You can tell he's a hothead, okay? So he gets upset, then he walks off, and he's like, see, this is the issues here. He takes off his ring. The doctor makes Karlie aware that, listen, you got upset with him. You didn't. Oh, not to mention that she got choked up, literally choked up, like she started coughing and stuff. I don't know where that came from, but after that, that's when Mo realized, you know what I mean? He felt, I guess he got defensive. He felt like they were coming for him, so he got up left, took his ring off. And then that's when the doctor said, you realize that your ring is still on, but he took his off. This speaks volumes. It literally tells you that you're fighting for something and he's not. Don't be that woman that keeps trying to chase this fairy tale wedding and chase this lifestyle that you're not going to be able to have, really, because he can't provide that to you. The only thing he can provide you is that shell, that body. If he's not willing to meet you emotionally, physically, and she even talked about, I forgot to mention that when she was talking to the girls, she was saying how it took her forever to have an orgasm. So I'm like, are you even like spiritually, emotionally, physically attracted to him? Are you really chasing somebody just because he decided to put a ring on? Anyway, the doctor's talking to her and saying, look, you need to keep all of these things or take all of these things into perspective when you're deciding to become his wife, because these are all sure signs and they're not going to get any better. If anything, you know, if he's not trying to make this work now, you can't just go in this thing thinking that it's going to get better. I can't recall, but I think there was another show, Love and Hip Hop New York, where Joe Budden and Sin, he ended up proposing to her because Black Love, Remy and Papoose was like, this is the perfect time. They was going through all their issues, and Papoose like, this is the perfect time to go ahead and propose. I promise it's the perfect time. Well, they ended up not being together. And because I couldn't understand, why would you advise them to go ahead and get married if they're not even doing well while they're not married? You know, they need to work on these things first before they go ahead and try to become man and wife. I just didn't understand that. But anyway, y'all, yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. So tell me what you thought about this episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 8, Episode 14. Again, I'm recording on my laptop, so I do apologize if the quality is not as good as you feel like it should be. Okay, I had no choice. My phone's literally about to die. I'm on 4%, and this is just ridiculous. All right. So anyway, y'all, go ahead, get into the comments. Let me know what you thought about this episode, and until next time, bye.
Yeah, low key and maybe high key. I been peeped that you like.